going to be doing a twin flame reading just to see what the general energy is for both divine masculine and divine feminine. As always, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not apply to your situation. If you would like a personal reading, you could book that through my website, CrystallizedCounsel.us. That information is down below. The link is there. It'll take you directly to the services that I offer, and you could go through that process if you would like to book a personal reading to get more information about your specific situation. I think that is it. Thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether you've been with the family for a while or whether this is your first time clicking on one of my videos. I appreciate you. So the cards are already shuffled. I am going to go ahead and cut the camera. It is really early here, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the glare that will be on the cards because I can't use natural light until the sun shines. So, bottom of the deck here, we have the Devil. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn because this is the card of Capricorn. But the first message that I'm getting is that somebody feels chained. They feel bound to a situation, tied down in a situation. This could be you or your counterpart, just depends on how it resonates for you. It could also be both of you because we are mirrors of one another. But I feel like somebody feels like they are tied down. So this could be in, you know, a karmic situation with another partner. It could be work. It could be family, a home life situation. Any of those things. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Three of Wands. So 3 out of the 4 cards here are cups. There are a lot of emotions right now, a lot of feelings going on. And we know that there is this very strong magnetic attraction. There's a lot of chemistry between divine masculine and divine feminine. I feel like this is everything that's kind of coming to the surface right now. It's kind of spilling over like the Ace of Cups right now. Something that cannot be contained, something that cannot be ignored. If you or this person was someone who was trying to ignore how they felt, with the Devil card being at the bottom and me feeling like they are, or they feel like they are bound in a situation. This is wanting to get out of that situation to come towards you, or you go towards them, with the Knight of Cups being here. The Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Cups all have to do with your emotions, all have to do with love, in this case romantic love. Knight of Cups is somebody who is bringing in an offer that has to do with love, with your emotions, something that is going to give you emotional fulfillment, something that is going to make you very happy because it is something that you wanted, it's something that you wish for. The Ace of Cups is in abundance of love in all forms, in all aspects, regardless of the love type. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be love for your job, your pets, whoever. But there is a abundance of love in this connection, and it's so much so that it is literally like on the surface. It's on the surface and it's bubbling over. It cannot be contained any longer. We have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands is about expansion to me, expanding out of this place that has them bound, that has them feeling like they are bound and tied down in this situation that could be very toxic with the Devil card, because the Devil represents toxic. It could also be an obsession. So it is important to make sure that, you know, though you can love somebody, it can be borderline obsession as well. So Three of Wands also talks about traveling to me, moving away, moving towards something, making plans to, you know, move away, move to build something, because the Four of Wands comes next, and the Four of Wands is about a solid foundation. So this is moving or traveling. You could be at a distance from this person. This could also be you waiting for, you know, this night to come in if you are on the receiving end of this offer. We have the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, and the Empress. So we definitely have forward movement. We have the Nine of Wands and we have the Ten of Wands. That is progress. There is nothing after the Ten of Wands but the Ace of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning. So this person or you has been going through this process, this progression from the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands. Nine of Wands being the wounded warrior, somebody who has gone through a lot of things, who has endured and suffered through a lot of things, but it's kind of built their character, it's built them up, it has made them stronger. With the Devil being here, it's something that they had to really fight through, something that was not an easy energy to get through. The Ten of Wands, either the Ten of Wands is about burdens. It's about carrying burdens that you know, are willingly carrying, but it's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. The 9 and the 10 to me both signalize completion, and this cycle is ending and something new is beginning, and now you can move forward towards success, towards what it is that you really want. With the Chariot being here, the Chariot to me represents the chariot of success, moving towards victory, moving away from the things that were no longer serving you. You've gone through the battle, you've gone through the war, now you get to move on, and you get to kind of have, I see the Chariot right now anyway, it's like a parade, like your welcome home parade, your victory parade, kind of like they have parades when you win the NBA championship and things like that. It's this big celebration for the fight for the game, to win the games, to do what you needed to do. And that's how I kind of see this Chariot right now. You've been through all of this stuff, and now it's time for you to be celebrated. It's time for you to have your success, have your victory, have everything it is that you wanted, especially with the Nine of Cups being here. Nine of Cups being wish fulfillment, Ace of Cups being an overflow of love. This is what you've been working towards. This is what you've been fighting for. This is what you've done all of this for. Whatever these burdens were, whatever it is that you were carrying it for a purpose, and that was to get to your divine counterpart. With the Empress being here, you fought these fights, these battles for a reason, and now you get to kind of bask in the glow and the glory of your success, of what you had to fight very hard for. The Empress to me represents divine feminine. Divine feminine in this card, in this deck, is pregnant. So your divine feminine could be pregnant, could have children. You know, you or your counterpart could have children together. You could have children with other people. This is also, to me, pregnant with just possibility, with all of the possibility of what can happen now that these things have been gone through. I felt like in the twin flame reading that I did, I think it was the pick a card reading, and also in personal readings that I've done for people, a lot of divine masculine specifically, were kind of going through the fire. Like everything around them was burning down, everything around them was crashing down, and now they've gotten through that with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands, or they're going through that, and it's coming to the end of that cycle, and now they get victory, now they get success, now they get what it is that they wanted, but they had to go through that. It was necessary for all of that to burn around them, for all of their foundations, everything that they thought they knew, everything that they once believed, everything that they had once built. It needed to come down in order for them to start something new and build something new. And now there is so many opportunities for something new, for growth, for expansion. We have the Emperor. We have the counterparts here. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Hanged Man. So we definitely have somebody walking away because, you know, typically it is divine masculine who will come towards divine feminine. I feel like this is divine masculine moving away because we have the Eight of Cups, we also have the Chariot. Both of those to me signalize, is that a word? Signalize. I think so. Y'all know what I'm saying. That there is movement, that you are walking away from something, that you are walking away from something and walking towards something, that something being your divine counterpart, your divine feminine, if you are divine masculine. We also have, you know, as I mentioned before, the Emperor and the Empress. We have the counterparts. We have the, you know, the dynamic team. Both people are able to create, are able to manifest. They have power. They have control. They know how to work together. They know how to, they know how to mesh well together. They're not trying to compete with one another. They understand that they are on the same side. They are on the same team. And now it's about working together, building together. The Page of Cups to me is always about some type of peace offering, some type of gesture that could be small, but it's something that you can grow over time. And with the Nine of Cups being here, as well as the Ace of Cups being here, there is enough to fill this cup so that it continues to grow, continues to be replenished. So though it starts off small, it's something that you can continue to give to, you can continue to pour into, and it will continue to grow. We have the Hanged Man here, and I feel this as divine feminine's energy, just kind of being stuck, not really knowing what to do, which way to go. Should I keep waiting? Should I move on? That kind of thing. Because for a lot of us, the process has been a long one, and for so long people have been saying, you know, like, it's happening, it's coming soon, it's going to happen soon, and you just kind of feel stuck, like you don't know what to do because nothing is happening, at least nothing where you can see that it's happening, but it is happening. And so I feel like divine feminines just kind of feel stuck, like they are also tied in the situation or bound to a situation, with the Devil card being here. And it's the need to look at things from a different perspective, to be compassionate, but to also understand that we all have choices. We all have things that we have to go through, we have to work through, and it's the need to self-evaluate as well. Not just looking at the other person, but looking at ourselves and what it is that we can do to be more prepared for this situation, for this union, for this coming together. We have the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and we have the Ten of Swords. So we have two pages together, the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, both of which are something small. The Page of Pentacles to me is always about a seed, something that you are planting, that you are going to have to give your time, your attention, and energy to in order for it to grow into the King or the Queen of Pentacles. With the Page of Cups being here with the Ace of Cups, there is enough to sustain this relationship in order for it to grow into everything that it needs to be, but it may start off small. It may not be, you know, what you envision in your mind when this reconciliation happens or this reunion happens. We have the Queen of Swords, which is air energy. Air energy is very logical, very orderly. Not so much the emotions, but we also have the King of Cups here. So you could have one person who is more logical than they are emotional. They don't really make decisions or handle things with their emotions. They're not really wearing their heart on their sleeves. They could also be kind of cold and detached at times, and they can also use their sword as a weapon. And with this Ten of Swords being here, it could be that, you know, divine feminine or divine masculine, however this resonates for you, because there has been a level of betrayal and hurt here with the 10 of Swords being here, it could be somebody who is still, you know, kind of cold, still kind of detached, still not really sure. Like they're still on guard about what could possibly happen in this situation, maybe because of things of the past. We have the King of Cups. This is somebody who is really in love with you, which we know. Somebody who has very strong emotional feelings for you. Also somebody who is emotionally mature. We have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Cups. So there is progress. There is growth. There is maturity here. Keep in mind, though, that the King of Cups, though they are matured, it does not necessarily mean that they're going to be very expressive emotionally. They have the ability to. They understand their emotions. They can communicate that to you, but at the same time, because they are in control of their emotions, they have control over how much or how little they show that. So that is important to just keep in mind. The 10 of Swords in this deck, to me, is about both people being hurt. And I think I said this in another video, because we have somebody who has fallen on these swords, but we also have the hands here that have the swords going through the hands. And so not only is the person who, you know, has fallen on these swords gotten hurt, but so has the person who was kind of, I'm not necessarily going to say the doer, because these hands generally, to me, represent like the universe. Because in the all of the Ace Cups, I believe they have these hands too, and they're kind of just floating in the sky, not attached to an actual body. So I feel like this is the universe. So this, I feel, is karma, 1, and 2 is karma that is affecting both people, that hurts both people, and it's necessary. And it's also, to me, you hurting yourself. Whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine, it's you hurting yourself and needing to face that, needing to face the reality of the situation, needing to look it in the face or the hands and dealing with it. There's no coming back from this. This person is not going to come back. They get to start new with the Ace of Swords, with clarity, with truth, with understanding. But this person who has died in this card is not coming back anymore. That's the purpose of it. It's to kill this old self, this old way of doing, this old way of being, this old way of thinking, so that when you come back with the Ace of Swords, you come back as a new person. And so this is another 10. We had the 10 of Wands here as well. This is endings of cycles, endings of very painful cycles, but necessary cycles, so that you can come back and be a completely different person. Because if you come together and, you know, you're still the same person, you're going to have the same issues that you've always had, and it's just going to be the same cycle repeated again, which is not what you want. You want forward movement, you want progress, you want the relationship to last, for there to be longevity, and for you to be with this person for however long you're supposed to be with them. But in order to do that, this death has to happen, this transformation has to happen. And for a lot of divine masculine specifically, I feel like they are going through this. Some of them have already gotten through this. Some of them are still in the process. We are all, you know, on different timelines here. We are all moving at different paces, because we all have our own individual stories. We all have things that, you know, we have to take care of. We have karma, we have free will. So, you know, if you veer off the path, it might take a little bit longer. So that is important to keep in mind. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to book a reading, CrystallizedCounsel.us. The link is down below in the description box. Until next time.